The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
Starting March, the UK went into full lockdown, and for the first time, my generation is experiencing a big moment in history. Life has had to change in so many ways, and it has taught the world that we have to be ready for anything and to expect the unexpected. Things have definitely changed, whether with regards to wearing masks or improving overall hygiene. Physical interaction has definitely been no longer embraced or allowed in a lot of cases. And being that humans are social beings, this can be difficult and can bring down the spirits. From lockdown to schools closing to people losing loved ones, people are for sure starting to gain more perspective on what's important and also the true value of outside life and all the experiences it comes with it. Lockdown would have definitely had an impact on people's mental health, as it was a lot of time spent alone with a lot of time to think. I spoke to a second year student who, in quotes, said, "I became very depressed and anxious because this is something I had never experienced before." In turn, this time of solitude might have also been quite helpful to derive some internal inspiration for artists. I spoke to two black artists, Sarah Ikumu and Stony. My topic of discussion is to explore the effects of the pandemic on black artists specifically, especially with the re-emerging conversations with regard to the Black Lives Matter movement. I felt it was important to hear from black artists. There has been a history of black artists being disproportionately disadvantaged in the music industry in comparison to their non-black counterparts. It was also important for me to speak with a female black artist because women tend to be double disadvantaged within both society and the music industry, especially female rappers. Behind the scenes of the music industry, it is definitely white male dominated with regards to who holds the real power behind the artist, and so there have been issues such as mislabeling the genre categories of artists, especially black artists, and this is a means that becomes very dismissive and does not accurately appreciate the artists for what they are. A quote I found to be quite telling in a Rolling Stone article of June 5th of this year was that black artists are still penalised for trying to move into white spaces. Just last year, Lil Nas X was booted off Billboard's country chart, while white performers who dabble into hip-hop and R&B benefit from a significant commercial windfall.
My name is Sarah Ikumu. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Milton Keynes.
Hello, so my name's Stony Blue. Currently, I'm 19 years old and I live in Milton Keynes. And I'm a rapper, engineer, and clothing designer. I've been doing music for about 2 years and also producer. Forgot about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been doing music for 3 years. I only started engineering around this year. The reason why I started music is because it was one of the few things that I could do that just comes easy to me, more natural, and I didn't have to force like thinking upon it. So it was just a flow, and it's just something I understand without having to try or having to read books and stuff like that. It's just something I understand.
It's been tough, and I think it was rough at the start when like it was a complete lockdown and you couldn't really do anything. But I guess you have to find, like other avenues, like, posting on YouTube and like posting on your Instagram and like. But I think towards the end of the year it's gone better because like you can still go studio. So I think from June I started going studio and stuff like that. So it's a bit better now. We can cope, but it was definitely tough at the beginning.
How have you been affected by the pandemic?
It's actually made me concentrate on the little things I do.
Yeah.
So, and it also made me pick up new crafts. So if it wasn't for this pandemic, I don't think I would have became a sound engineer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously with the whole Black Lives Matter movement that's been going, well, obviously it's been going on, I think it was founded in 2016. But I feel like the conversation was definitely had a lot in our like age group this year during like quarantine. Do you feel like as a black artist you're more disadvantaged, and have you had any kind of experiences both professionally or personally?
I don't think I've had any experience personally in the industry that I've obviously noticed.
Okay.
But I do think that, you know, a lot of the times you see, you know, fellow Black artists, you know, having to work 10 times harder.
Yeah.
You know, to just kind of get, you know, the simple stuff. And it's a bit disheartening, but I think you've just got to go for it.
Me being a Black artist doesn't in the industry, it kind of it's a yes and no. I'll say yes, I'm in a disadvantage because I wouldn't be able to put myself in a I can't go straight into a professional field as quick as I wanted to, or maybe as directly or as easy as I wanted to. I have to go through a lot of learning curves, a lot of people telling me no, a lot of people just trying to shut me down because they don't like me, or they just see me as they're just trying to see me taking something away from them. That's what it is when it comes to music. My genre is it is hip hop, it is trap, it is a little bit of drill, but it's all of those elements in a very alternative sound. It has affected my music. For me, I think it's this BLM or even the pandemic itself has actually made me learn more about my sound and where I want to go and where I want to take and the direction. Really, it hasn't like when it comes to empowering, it's something I've always wanted. It's always something I've been doing from the beginning. So I don't really take it as like now is my time to start. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get.
I think you're just more aware, like every time I'm like now in the studio, or like when I'm writing or doing stuff, it's just like it just makes you aware that you're not just doing it for yourself. Like I don't want to be successful just for myself or just for my family, but it's for my fellow friends, my fellow Black people, and like it's just making everyone happy, even the Black people that don't know. And it's not for yourself, it's for greater good. I would say I'm a feminist. I believe in women's rights, like radicalists and stuff like that. But I think that everybody should be a feminist, because really and truly it's just, you know, supporting women's rights. But I feel like with women, it's like always like, oh, there's rivalry and there's this and that. And no, it's just like everyone's just doing their own thing.
What about with regards to no concerts?
Yeah, it's much better. But of course, as an artist, your main source of income is from performances. So of course, like when you couldn't do performances, it was a bit like tough.
The fact that I don't have any concerts, I haven't been able to meet the people, the new connections I've made this year, or let's say even the old ones I had, like to reinforce them. So it's really it's been a pivotal shift. So now we're trying to look for a new way to engage all our listeners.
Yeah,
and everyone.
Exactly.
So what we're trying to do now is actually create videos, a lot of videos and contents for everyone, even vlogs coming soon. So we got
adapting, changing to the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best thing to do.
Do you know what? If you know me well, you know my favorite artist is Beyonce. He's the perfect example of like repping Black women, and she stands so strong in stuff like that. So I think when I see her and see that, personally, I feel like Beyonce is one of the greatest like musicians of our generation, and you have to think she's a woman and she's Black as well.
Yeah. Final words for your listeners, your fans.
For my fans, stay tuned. Savage Boy's got something coming up. because
Okay.
also staying tuned. I'm working on a few tapes with a few artists, RKGTS, and I think Ashura, no, Chia is dropping a few songs. So there's a lot coming soon. So as soon as I come back from my little trip, it's gonna be you're gonna be hearing a lot of music.
I'll say that I'm working on an EP, and hopefully I'm gonna release one of the singles by the end of the year, so they should watch out for that.
Wow.
To be honest, I think the main restrictions were the fact that studio time wasn't available. A lot of producers weren't working. Beats that were purchased just wasn't of like that great quality. So when it came to actually, getting to the point where it's like we were ready to work hard, it kind of was difficult to do so. So it put us very far behind in the industry.